Hello and welcome to Glen Ives Craft Design. My name is Chastity Ives. Today, bringing you two cards. One is a congrats on your engagement card, and another is a sort of personal, congrats on your engagement card for my husband's friend. So I had this happy, happy, happy cover plate that I die cut out of some just normal white cardstock, and I cut that out twice and glued those two fronts together. And I did not use any of the I guess the blank space or the little triangle in the A. I just kept all of that and put it in my die cut storage, and because I'll probably use them on a different card. And then I cut down this floral pattern paper that I believe I got in a Simon Says Stamp monthly subscription box. That I took some Heather positively saturated inks, and I think there was like a violet as well, and just sort of darkened the edges just to give a little hint of something extra behind the letters, because I'm going to eventually put this behind the happy, happy, happy. And after I got done ink blending the edges there, I took out my Picket Fence Studios, the silver splatter, shook that up really well, put that on just an acrylic block I've been using for my ink splatters, and just took a fan brush, wetted the fan brush a little, and just splattered that on the backgrounds. And then I have these Simon Says Stamp sentiment strips that I cut down because I'm going to put one of these on the front. And I didn't know if I wanted to do a black background for the sentiment or a white. So I cut both down because I had both on hand. So I went and just looked and see which one I thought would look better. I ended up going with the black, but now I have the white ones cut out as well. So on my next card, I can just use those. And they're already cut. So then on the inside of the card, I had another sentiment that I just inked up with some Simon Says Stamp black ink. And this one it just says cheers to the happy couple. And then glued the card front, the happy, 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 to the card base that after that splatter dried, just so I don't get fingerprints and colors everywhere, because I'm notorious for doing that. So I just glued that down like I said, and you can see just a hint of the sparkle, of the silver sparkle, as well as some of the ink blending I did, and ended up putting the "So Happy for You Both" in the center of the card front, and eventually just glued that down. Well, I did trim off the edges there first of the card base, because it is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, like a full card front. So I didn't do any other trimming, and eventually just took my Connect Gina Cake Blue and just adhered that to the card front. And always make sure that you're adhering it the right way, because I almost did adhere it the wrong way. But in the end, this was the card, and it's simple and it's subtle and it's elegant, and it left enough room for my husband and I to personalize a congrats to them. And we are really so happy for them both. So after I did that card, I was still in the mood to create a sort of congratulations card front, or a card for my husband's friend, and in conjunction, I guess, my friend. But so I had these sky, dusk, and night ink blends from Simon Says Stamp that are very blue, and like not a bright blue, but a darker shade. And I took the sky and ink blended just on the background haphazardly, then put a stencil that I had from Picket Fence Studios, or sorry, Pretty Pink Posh, not Picket Fence, Pretty Pink Posh, ink blended uh, in the center of the card front and blended outwards. So it sort of looks like a cloud, and then put some silver splatter on said card front, and you can see it here. It's drying, and then I took CZ Designs O curse word uh, die set and cut out 2 layers of the O curse word and one in silver, one in white, glued those together. Then the shadow layer I did in white, and that's going to be on my card front. Then I didn't know what I was quite going to do with the inside of the card. Um, so I have another, like, a congrats, or a, sort of a teacher slash congrats school stamp set that on the inside will say "you did it." And I have another sentiment strip that you saw me cut there, where it just says "yes" with 3 S's. Um, and I cut that card front that I splattered on into 3¼ by 5, and this card front with the ink blended background I cut down to 4 by 5¼ so it gives a shadow, or I guess a frame to go around the card front. And I didn't have the night cardstock, so I just took some white cardstock that I ink blended the edges, because I'm going to layer the card front on top of this, um, just so it gives that added layer of dimension, I guess. And just, yeah, took the Gina Connect glue, sort of got that in the center as best as I could. I'm left-handed, so everything's always a little wonky when I when I glue things together, I found. So I've tried to straighten it out. I got it as straight as I could. It looks pretty good here. And then just sort of, okay, how am I going to lay this out? We do have to mail these cards, so I didn't want to put too much bulk in here or an unevenness. So I just adhered the ink blended, or I guess my card front now, to the card front. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of dimension on the sentiment, the O curse word sentiment, just because I wanted to do something. I didn't want it to be too flat. And the Big Mama foam tape is just enough lift that it's not going to get bulky and destroyed, hopefully, fingers crossed, in the transit from where I live to where they live. And inadvertently, by this point, I realized, oh no, I didn't realize, or I did not, I unintentionally made the card Dallas Cowboys themed, which is very on brand, and that was very unintentional. So hopefully he appreciates that. I'm sure he will. But after adhering those, that ended up making the card. And yeah, that's all I have for you on this in this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.